Hello, this is the course of data structure and algorithms. And in this section, I would like to explain about Git. Git is something that you need to understand because it is related with the versioning. So what is versioning and what is the Git? So we will check in this slide. So I will give you the step-by-step installation and also how can we do with the Git in the Jupyter Notebook. Because I'm familiar with Windows stuff, I'm going to explain how to use Git in Windows. So if you are using another operating system, for example, if you use Mac or if you use Linux, um, I don't. Please try to find how to do with the Git if you want to complete with the Git. Okay. So this is the link. If you want to download with Windows, you can go toward this link. So I will just go to this link, and yeah, you can see that this is the Git for Windows. So you can select whether you are going to use the 32-bit or 64-bit. Okay. In my case, I'm using the 64-bit. Uh, After you click this one, you can get the files. And after you get the files, you can try to install it in your computer. Okay. For now, I already have my Git in my computer, but I will give you the guide about how to install this one. So the first, it will be the page to indicate that this is the Git setup, and then you can go to the next. Okay, so you can select what is the place who you want to install. So I give the guide, the step by step here. If you already know where is the place you want to install, you can just click next. Okay, so there will be the setup environment. Yeah, if you want to like edit something from the Git, so you can use some tools, for example the Notepad plus plus. Okay? And yeah, you can go with this let Git decide, because nowadays there are many branches, and the new branch in the Git has been settled with the main instead of master. So using master and main, that's no issue. Yeah. And then yeah, you can just go with the basic. Usually it is all in the basic stuff. Yeah. So they give you the default uh, function, so you can just use the Git with your own ways. However, if you want, if you know that you need to change some of this function, yeah, you can change on the middle. But for me, I guess the default will be enough. So after you finish with all those things, after you click install, then it will be installed in your computer, and it may take some time for the installation. So for me, I will just quit with this one. And after you finish with the installation, yeah, then you can proceed with the next one. So let me explain about what is VCS, or version control system. In a version control system, it is a kind of software to help you to record what changes that made you in the files, and you can keep tracking all the modification for every code that you develop. The benefit of this one is to do the collaboration. For example, if you are doing the code with your friends, then it will be very good if you can use this kit. And it will leverage productivity, because whenever you have your update, then you can inform your peers, your friends. It is an effective communication and assistance, because you cannot do all the things in one by only you. It means you need to ask other people, and then you need to get feedback from other people. Then using the kit, it will be also useful to get feedback from other people, and reduce possibilities of errors and conflicts. because if you upload something, yeah, there will be some checking according to the Git environment, and then also it will check if your version is not correct or if your version is the old version, and etc. And it can contribute to the project from any locations. For example, now you are in Korea, and if you want to get a project from USA, or if you want to get a project from Europe, then you can just share with this version control system. So there are three things that the VCS can help you. So whether you will save your system in the local means, yeah, just in your computer, okay? And you can just use the revision control system. Or the second one, yeah, you can use the centralized version control system. It means you put in one repository, and when you commit, the all peoples can update. So it means only one repository. What we are going to learn is the distributed version control system. It means there will be multiple repositories, and every user has their own repository and working copy. You can commit, you can push, they can pull, and they can update. So pull means they can get the file and they can get the code, and they can update based on the code. Yeah. So some application like Git, Mercurial, and etc., they are using the distributed version control system. Okay. So I recommend you to create a GitHub account. Okay. So you have this GitHub link, so you can go to this GitHub link. Yeah, this is the GitHub. Yeah, so I already have the GitHub here. Okay, maybe I will just sign out, and I will have this one. Okay, and after you sign up with the GitHub, then you can use this one. So in Windows 10, it has them updated with the built-in GitHub. So the Git is the software to connect with the GitHub. However, in the case that it didn't work, you need to install Git manually. So that's why I recommend you to install the Git SCM, what we already did before. Okay, now let's do with the Git connector. So the first thing that you need to check is the Python that you use in your computer. So if you are using the Conda, then you need to use the Conda to install the Jupyter Lab kit. But if you are using the Python for your Jupyter Lab, then you can go with this way. So the way to install it will be depending on the uh, software that you are using. So if you are using Python, it will store this Jupyter Lab kit in your Python directory. If you're using the Anaconda, it will save the Jupyter Lab kit in the Anaconda directory. So please check what is the executor of your Jupyter Lab. So for example, if I check in my case, yeah, I use the Anaconda. So I'm going to use the Anaconda prompt, and then I can just copy and paste this one, and then do the installation of the Jupyter Lab kit. So I think in my computer it has been installed, so everything is already in the place. And if you have done this one for the first time, yeah, I think you will see some information about how to install it in your computer. So it will based on some of the libraries in the Anaconda. Okay, and then after you install this one, it will try to find other dependency with the library in your Anaconda. So it will take some time to connect to your Anaconda and to finish this installation. Okay, so it means that all requested packages already installed. So I already have the Jupyter Lab kit. If you are the first time to use this Jupyter Lab kit, then you need to install, and there will be a lot of information after you finish this installation. Okay, after finishing the installation, then you can just run your Jupyter Lab. Okay, so if you are the first of if you're first time to use this one, I guess you will see that there will be a new icon in your Jupyter Lab. So let me check. Yeah, so this is the things that you will see in your environment. So you are in the folder, and you can see what are those things in your folder. And then if you can see this one, this is the kit. Okay, so this is the kit that you want to use for your connection with the version control system. So let's suppose I want to update some of the code here. I would like to use this shortest path from the external resources, and I want to update this to my GitHub. So let me just copy this one, and then actually I can also do with this kit. Okay, so if you want to add this one, but let me just use this one, and then I would like to make a new folder. Let me make a new folder with the shortest path from external. Okay, so after I have this one, I will just paste this the file here. Okay, and yeah, if you check on your PowerPoint, okay, so first you need to find, okay, this is the shortest path.ipynb, but okay, let me change to the shortest path external resources. Okay, so if you are set of external path for resources like this one, now you can go to the next, which is about the connection for this file into the GitHub. So suppose, yeah, we want to have the shortest path, and then we want to create a folder. So I just created a folder, and then find the file that in the list of changes. Okay, so here you have the changes, and then you need to find the file, and then click the plus, so the file will be moved to the states. So let's see if I have in the GitHub. Okay, so you can see there's many files, okay, from your code or from your directory, and then you need to find what is the file and in your folders shortest path. Okay, this one, if you can see, yeah, this is the folder name shortest path from external, and then this is the file that I just copied. Then if you want to make some changes on this file, then you can just click plus here. When you click the plus, then it will be moved in the state, so it will be the next file that you can update to the GitHub environment. Okay. One more thing, if you already have the file in the states, okay, so you can commit. Okay. So the commit means something that you want to put the in your Git environment on the local repository, and then if you have finished with everything, all the changes, then you can update it into the web or the Git environment. So in this case, if you want to commit, okay, you have the one file in the changes. So after you click that one, then yeah, if you check the external resources, this one, yeah, after, okay, we already put it into the states. So you can put, for example, update the file. Okay, so this is a message. You can type anything for this message, and this message will be saved later in the Git environment. And after you put the message here, so I already put here also, if you put the message like send the file or update the file, okay, and you can put also the description. So the description is optional. After you finish with one, then you can just press the commit. So the file will be committed to the local repository. So you can just commit this one. So the file will be committed to the local repository. Now, after you have this one, you can go to the menu Git, okay, and then open the Git repository in the terminal. So there's an open Git repository in the terminal, and it will show your current working directory. And you can press enter, and then you can have your file submitted to this environment, which is the directory. The directory is not the shortest path, but it is the shortest path external resources. So let's see one by one. Okay. So you can go to the Git and then open Git repository in terminal. And you can see, okay, this is the folder that I have. So you can press enter. Okay. When you press enter now, the directory has been changed to this current directory. Okay. So before I already have the folder here is the shortest path from external. So if you want to add this one, then you can cd means the change directory, and then you can type, because the folder name is too long, you need to put the quote. Quote means it is a string. Okay, so shortest path from external. So this is the same name with this folder. So after you have this one, then it will go to the folder that you save this IPYNB file. Okay. And after you have this, now you need to sign in to the GitHub, because we are going to make one folder. We are going to make a repository in the GitHub. So the repository in the GitHub will be something related with the file that you are going to put. Okay. So let's go to the GitHub. Okay. And the GitHub environment, I will like to sign in. So yeah, I have the, okay, I will use this my email address, and then I will sign into the GitHub. So I would like to make the new project. So this is the start project. I can start a project, and then there will be a question: what is your repository name? So in my case, let's say I'm going to make a short path. Okay. So yeah, it's up to you. If you put the space, okay, if you put the space like this one, then it will be name with the dash. Okay. So if you don't want to put the dash, you can put like this one. Everything will be in the public. If you want to have private, then you need to pay some money for this one. For me, let me just use with this. Okay. And then after that, I can create the repository. Okay, now you have the setup environment. So this is the procedure how you can make your GitHub available. Okay. So if you can see here, you need to init. Okay, it means you need to initialize in your own local repository, and then you need to add some files, and then you need to commit again. Okay, and then finally you will do the branch, remote, and push to save all the files in the repository in the GitHub. Okay, so we will do this one, and we will do it in the uh, terminal environment. Okay, so I also give the step-by-step guideline in this PowerPoint. Okay, you can see that after you have this procedure, now you need to make the initial Git. Okay, so let's see if I have the initial Git, and then I will add dot means any files in that directory. Okay. So I will go to this one. So I will git init. Init means it is the initial file that I want to create in this folder. And after I have the git init, I would like to add dot. I would like to add all the files that uh, has been located in this directory. So now you can see that there are two files. Okay, so the first file is about the checkpoint. So the checkpoint is automatically generated whenever you do the first commit. And the other file is the shortest path from external resource.ipynb. So there will be two files you store in the Git environment. And yeah, I would like to use this one to commit here. So I'm going to commit with a message. So every time you commit, every time you do the commit things, you need to use the uh, minus M. Oh, sorry. I guess you need to the double quote is not the particular double quote for this string. So you need to have this one. So let's say I have the shortest path initial. Okay. So after you have this one, now you can see that there are two files committed. Okay, two files changes. Okay, and this will be inserted into the Git environment. Now you already have those two files, and next you need to uh, follow the procedure from the GitHub. Oh, I missed this one. Okay, so it means after you have the commit, you need to do the remote. Okay, so in this case, this is my environment. So Bernardo Yahya is my username. So if you already log in into your GitHub, it means you will have your own username. Okay, so make sure that you are already in your username. So I would like to remote at the origin. So this is the origin for your GitHub, and this is the shortest path. Oh, I guess the file is different. Sorry. I need to change this one, not to this one, but I need to use this one. Yes. Okay, be careful because you need to check with your Git. Yeah. When you have this one, of course, it depends on your project name, your repository name. So I'm using this one. So let me update again. Okay. Oh, okay. I need to use this one then. Okay. Maybe after this, let me check if I can do with this first or not. Yeah, because it is the original stuff. And I will do the next by making a branch. Okay. And then after I make a branch, and finally I need to push. So this is a push to the Git environment. Okay. But before you do this one, yeah, you need to give your GitHub ID and also the GitHub password. Okay. So in this case, I'm using the Bernardo, yeah, yeah. Okay. And then the password. Okay. Okay. Now you can see, right, the repository is not found because I used the wrong uh, origin. Okay. So it seems that I need to, okay, that maybe the easiest one is I will make a new repository. Okay, I will just delete this part. Okay, so if you want to delete the repository, then you can just delete, and then you need to copy this one and to make this available, so you can delete the repository. Okay, I will make a new project. Okay, so this will be the shortest path with the dash. Okay. Now I think, yeah, it's the same with the one that I use here. Now let me just use the push, okay, because the GitHub Bernardo Yahya shortest path is not used, but I'm using this one, the Bernardo Yahya shortest path.git. And because we already picked the branch, and then I will just use push. Okay. So I will use again the Bernardo Yahya, and then I will make the code here. Okay, now everything is on set. Okay, so we have the four objects. Oh, okay, why there are four objects? Okay, and now branch main set up to track remote branch main from origin. So it means if you go to the GitHub now, if you go to the shortest path, you can see that the file has been stored in the GitHub. Okay, so here it means you can have your GitHub files. If this is only the example of one file, if you have many files, then you can also put your Git. You can put all your files here. Okay. So this is the checkpoints that I mentioned before, and yeah, everything will be stored here. And if you want to share this one to your friends, then you can have the idea about how to clone. Okay, so if this one is code, the code you can clone from this link. Okay, or you can use the HSH, or you have the GitHub CLI and etc. Okay, yeah. So now your file has been updated into GitHub, and then you're ready to use your GitHub. And if you want to share your file to your friends, then you can just give the link. So the link here, the upper link, it means this is the link for your GitHub. And every other people can use your code once it's ready. So if you later on, if your team project finish, then I think it will be also good if you can share your code so other people can see. And if you share your code and if you get some feedback from other people, that's also a good thing for you to improve your project. Okay, um, I guess that's all for the GitHub. For if you want to clone or if you want to modify, yeah, there are some other ways. Due to the time limitation, I will just finish this part until this section, and I hope that you can study by yourself about your future needs. So thank you very much for listening to this GitHub installation and the GitHub procedure environment, and hopefully you can finish this semester with a good result. Okay, thank you very much for joining this data structure and algorithm. Have a good vacation.